Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to finish my impression of Oliver Cromwell as I dethrone and murder another alien ruler in XCOM 2. At least I'm assuming I'm gonna get to finish my own little version of the English Civil War, since I've been dropping more kings lately than La Raza Button Man on the south side of Chicago. Viper King, Berserker Queen, Archon King. It doesn't matter what your particular station is. Perfidious Pete and the Juglicks have no respect for a royalty, and they have no respect for authority. Or authority, as some would say. Yeah, that's right, Pete. Y'all thinking you're fancy with your boring, important ruler bullshit about divine might and whatnot, bunch of horse hockey. This here's America. Y'all get what you earn and nothing more. Well, you know, unless you're born rich like that Paris Hilton or them Kim Kardashian or one of them Rockefellers or that Donald Trump character. In which case, you know, then y'all get what your daddy's fortune got you. But that's it. Once y'all squander that fortune, once it's gone, party's over. We don't do none of that hereditary forever bullshit like they do over across the pond. One generation, no goodnicks, and that's it. Your reign is over. So, you know, limited monarchy here in America. That's how we do it. You know, lesson whatever done made that fortune for your family was smart enough to put that their fortune in a trust, in which case the board of trustees will probably keep you from squandering it like the spoiled idiot that you are. And then, I mean, you know what, all the hell with it. We got royalty in America, I guess, I reckon. They ain't got no proper titles. That's how it goes. The Juglicks ain't royalty. What do I know? People putting on airs and getting all uppity. I ain't never had no caviar. Closest I get to a fine wine's a jug of clear corn liquor I brew out in the shack I have sex with the wife in. I'm just gonna shut my mouth now. Battlefield resistance, 5 days worth of supplies. I'm gonna say not now. We may come back for those supplies, however, because we are very close to completing plasma weapons. It is a thing. But I think the Elerium crystals and alloys are probably more important to us at the time being. Where are we making on contact? Where are we working at? We could do West Africa. I think we're probably going to be forced to go out into Western Africa, even though I don't really like the connectivity there. How much does it cost to make contact here from an intel standpoint? Quite a bit. You know what? Never mind. We don't need to go to Western Africa. We could actually just go down to New Chile, drop a radio beacon there, I guess, or do we want to just build a beacon here? Maybe we'll just build a beacon in New Brazil. There is a facility there, which we're currently using as our safety valve. We drop a beacon. You know what? Let's just double beacon it. It's fine. We'll double beacon. Oh, Pete, you can't never double beacon. You never go double on the beacon. Oh, sometimes in the heat of passion, not only is it okay to go ass to mouth, but it's also okay to go beacon to beacon. The Massey Ferguson has recovered from its non-existent wounds, but I guess that means that Cousin Jedediah has finally finished that diesel repair course he's been working on. That's good. You know, a solid living man can make a pretty good fortune. It was like $25-30 an hour in most places. A diesel mechanic, that's okay. 47 alloys, 56 Elerium crystals. See? Well, Cousin Jedediah, he's doing all right for himself. They mocked him when he went to the VOTEC instead of, you know, trying to make those college courses. Cousin Jedediah was a smart man. He knew his abilities. He'd be like, nah, I don't really want to go take AP Calculus. I'm never going to use that in my real life, and it's not going to help me financially. But learning a trade, that's a solid skill. Ooh, dragon rounds are very good. I very much like dragon rounds. We'll be equipping those. Sweet. So, what else do we want to do? Yeah, okay. I'm glad you're glad, Lily. We do? I have an idle engineer? Why? Oh, because the Proving Ground well, Lily, I don't get to come back here to pick a new project for the Proving Ground, and then you immediately jump down my throat and be like, we got idle engineers. That, cut a man some slack, girl. So we could build the Wrath suit and the War suit. 20 alien alloys. We have plenty of alloys, 10 Elerium crystals. We're a little tighter on those. You know, I think we'll go ahead and build a war suit because we will use one. Yeah, and I'm going to save the remaining cores that we have for building the badass Muton Berserker Queen suit as soon as my plasma rifle research finished. We'll let Dr. Tigan indulge himself by going to ruin another alien corpse. Yeah. Of course, I speak about Tigan and be like, you know, Tigan, when you finish that plasma rifle research, you get a molest a dead alien. He's like, oh, they're done. Plasma rifles are already finished. They've just been sandbagging. I told you it was going to take 37 days when I knew it would take 14, but this is how an engineer appears like a miracle worker when the chips are down. But as soon as you said molested alien, well shit, I'm putting aside the pretense, dog. Illyrium phase cannon, which I have to assume, good lord, there's so many things here we can get, we can't even see them all. I have to assume the Illyrium phase cannon is the upgrade for, yeah, that's the spark unit, okay. Powered Shadowkeeper, Plasma Boltcaster, Beam Pistol, Plasma Rifle, Archon Autopsy. We can do all of the Archon Autopsy is instant.
Product of an extensive fusion of both
it's a double autopsy special for old Dick Tigan. See, he's got his finger in the Archon's rectum, but the Archon looks way less enthused about it than an Advent Trooper. The Advent Troopers do the, oh, like the shocked but sort of pleasantly surprised face. The Archon's face, you can tell, he's just like, ah! It's more like a, see, that's the mouth of someone who is having an unpleasant time. He's like, ah! It looks more like, he's like, ooh, you gotta get a little lube on that finger there, Tigan. So we got the Fusion Blade and the Fusion Axe. We're really gonna want to build that Fusion Axe very quickly because it'd be real good for the Tigress. Fusion Blades are also nice. New research. It's gonna be Muton Berserker Autopsy. Although Plasma Lance is tempting. Because that would give us the Plasma... which one do we want more? The Berserker Queen Autopsy takes almost no time. You know what? Plasma Lance is probably more important, but this is more fun.
Also represents the greatest leap towards the boundaries of what could be considered reasonable and ethical.
Holy shit, what kind of nefarious practices must they have been up to make Dr. Valen question their ethics or I mean good sweet lord. I don't even want to try and think about what they may have been up to. You've never met a line you haven't crossed, Dr. Valen. What borderline limit are you up against that you're having second thoughts? I can't even fathom what it could possibly be. You're a monster incarnate, Dr. Valen. What could possibly give you pause? Yeah, Dr. Tigan, I need to go build plasma shotguns. Could you stop gushing about Dr. Valen's work for a minute?
Recovered Advent equipment highly coveted.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for interrupting Tigan as he was interrupting me. Fusion Axe, instant build, 160 supplies, 10 Illyrium. Plasma Rifle, 500 supplies, 60 Illyrium. Well, clearly we should not have wasted our Illyrium. We are desperate for Illyrium then. No. Also no. No. The Fusion Axe is the only one we can build. Well, that's fantastic, man. How come I can build multiple serpent skulls? I thought we were only supposed to be able to build one of these. All right, well, we're not gonna. I want plasma rifle. That's what I want. Where's my plasma shotgun though? Like, shouldn't we already have plasma shotguns? That should just be a thing that we have. Or do they also require research? Are they individually researched now? You know what? Fine. We'll get one thing and one thing only. We'll get the fancy pants axe. I'd be worried about the supplies, but we're gonna get more supplies than we can possibly use in the time we get the Illyrium that we need in order to start making these weapons. New targets are acquired. It's a guerrilla operation. Couldn't it possibly have been a supply raid? I would have vastly preferred that. 249 supplies. Hacked to hidden resistant. No, I'm not really interested in that. Does any of these have, like, Illyrium as a reward? The hidden event, I honestly can't be bothered to care about. Dr. Marina Novikova, scientist. I do dislike vigilance, but I don't really care about vigilance, and I don't... At this point, I'm not really that concerned about alloy padding for Advent. What was the reward here? Mostly because the reward for that one really sucks. What's the reward here? A scientist we don't necessarily need. 249 supplies we have effectively no use for. Or any... Well, we don't need an engineer, though, either. We don't need any of this crap. I guess if I have to pick one, I'd probably choose a scientist. I mean, this will theoretically reduce the overall length of our campaign, but vigilance is slightly less irritating than alloy padding. Those 249 supplies are so useless, though. Let's do the scientist one. The scientist potentially has some benefits for the project at large. Whereas 249 supplies is mostly worthless. At this point, we're going to be limited by Illyrium and alloys more than anything else. We really are. So what's the team looking like? I mean, they look, with the exception of Achy Breaky not being on a team, which is, he's hurt again, I think, because he got shot with all of the bullets last episode. Yeah, he's shaken and wounded for another 14 days. Holy shit. Emmy Lou's out for 6. Our team kind of licks dongle. And no, I'm not talking about the Massey Ferguson Activa S, although I'm sure it has a dongle on it somewhere. All right, Miles, get your loadout adjusted. In fact, we're going to need, you know what, here, back off for a second, Ma. We'll come back to your cigar-smoking ass in a moment. That gingham apron looks real good on you, by the way. The gingham really does transfer over to the Warden armor. Full credit to Ma Juglick on that. The gingham looks good. Why are you not wearing Warden armor? Judy Juglick, are you wearing Warden armor? Because it doesn't look like you're wearing Predator. No. Put on the appropriate armor, kitten. Judy Juglick, the Tigress, of course, wielding kitten. She does have that sweet fusion axe. That's nice. All right, then. I guess Ma Juglick, let's... You're going to have to borrow Achy Breaky's gun, so let's grab Reba. Oh, Pete, you know, I'm going to be real salty about Ma Juglick fondling my Reba. Ain't powerful disconcerted about another lady touching my Reba, Pete. Reba's, she belongs to Cyrus Juglick. I just don't like it when anybody touches my Reba, girl. She's my girl. You have no special ammo available because you're wearing the Serpent Suit, but the Serpent Suit comes with its sort of own benefits. Julie Jules Juglick, I think... Do I want to give you Dragonfire rounds? Could also give you EMP rounds. I mean, either one of those is respectable. Plasma grenade. Anything better we could do here? We could do blue screen rounds or tracer rounds, but we could do those elsewhere as well. Emmy Lou Juglick has our tracer rounds. Where's my other grenadier, though? Hold on a second. Maybe we just... Okay, you know what, Jules? I'd love to bring you on the mission here, girl, but you're going to have to take a powder. We got to go for more explosive variety. We need Cousin Hush now. Jedediah, I know you've been working on the Massey Ferguson there, and you've been completing your repair course. I think it's time for us to see what you've learned. So you're going to have to borrow Alexandra. Of course, that's Alexandra Tungsten, the heroine from Emmy Lou Juglick's fantastic trilogy of 50-somethings. That's what she calls it, the 50-something series. She hasn't worked out the title of the third book yet. She's still working on it. Little acid bomb. Plasma grenade? Yeah, it seems fine. Tracer rounds definitely, because you're going to need the aim bonus. That seems effective relatively. Personal combat sim. I mean, what can we give you? We could give you +3 mobility. While I don't hate that Cousin Jedediah, it seems like that superior speed is probably better used elsewhere. This is our team, then. Let's get to work. They're a little suboptimal, admittedly, but we're down Achy Breaky and EL. EL, you know, she may be sandbagging a little bit, too. She's trying to come up with the plot for that third novel, and she's really struggling. She's got a little bit of writer's block going on. She's been struggling. I think maybe she's not actually hurt. She just needs some time to, you know, sort of outline and maybe brainstorm some ideas. Gonna be down there with her copy of Scrivener, the cork board, just pinning notes everywhere. Some of the notes say things like, strap on, question mark? Pliers and blowtorch, question mark? Nipple clamps. How do I include these in the plotline? Devouring a human liver, also with nipple clamps, question mark. Hey, Bradford, could we just go to Operation Failing Valley in Roach Hill, Vancouver? Ah, the Roach Hill District. Yes, the glorious and sundry Roach Hill District. One of Vancouver's seediest slums. It just seems like Vancouver isn't the kind of place that would have slums. You go to Vancouver, BC, you'd be like, yeah, it's a pretty nice city. You'd be like, where's Roach Valley? You'd be like, what? We don't have roaches. This is British Columbia. The only roaches we have are like wood roaches, and, you know, they're out in the Pacific Northwest in the woods where wood roaches belong. We don't have roaches here. Very discourteous. Oh, geez, it's real mean of you to say that Vancouver has roaches, eh? That's not really very cool. Kinda, I don't know what kind of stuff y'all get up to down there in the old America, but up here in Vancouver, we just don't have roaches, eh? It's just not a thing that we've got. We're clean people. Alright, Active S. Go wander into a random detection square that we had no idea was there for whatever reason. Got some civvies over here. You know, I would like somebody a little bit faster. Judy Juglick, let's get you up here. I want a little more scout from my buck. A little more bang in the scout department for my buck. See, because we could have easily wandered into that with the Massey Ferguson's second move. Can I have the camera back now, though, please? Thanks. What do we have? A couple codexes. Not really the end of the world. Judy Juglick's going to slip over here, and she should be able to pretty easily keep an eye on this pod for us. While we decide what we want to do. Specifically, while we decide what we want to do about these jackholes. That's a pretty significant level of enemy resistance. I'm not gonna lie. We need to know whether those guys are patrolling before we do anything really aggressive. My guess is, yes, they're probably patrolling. Are we on a time limit here? Sort of, because we gotta protect the device. Alright, we're gonna have to be... We're gonna have to be a little aggressive here. It's time to whip out the cheer. Be aggressive. B-E aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E. I was about to make an untoward sexual assault joke about, you know, cheerleaders and be aggressive, but then I thought about it in my head for a second, and it seemed really uncouth. So you know what? That one's gonna have to stay in the Perfidious Pete. Probably too raw for YouTube Vault. I'm sorry. That's one of the raw cuts. It's a Perfidious Pete deep cut. That's only gonna be available on the special edition collector's version. The deluxe edition collector's version of the Perfidious Pete. Overall, if you will. Okay, so these guys are definitely patrolling. They have spotted the Massey Ferguson Activa S. Honestly, this could have gone worse for us. 2 codexes, they're just going to get a reaction move. Not really going to be able to do much. We do get a shot at one, thanks to the old Massey Ferguson. 6 free damage. I'll take it. And these guys are going to come... Alright, well, everybody's coming running for the rich taste of XCOM. Massey Ferguson takes a frankly terrible shot. You basically just shot the side of a cargo container there. I don't know what the hell you were trying to achieve with that one, Activa. And you're going to clone because it'll be maximally irritating for you to do so. Fantastic. Well, that was monumentally inconvenient. The other one went... Well, there are guys on the roof of that building who shot at the thing and missed. Okay, well, no, it's fine. Just bring every advent in the whole fucking universe. Just get... John, let's go ahead. Just bring all of them in. I mean, every pod ever gets to activate now. Why the fuck not? All right. Well, how we gonna work ourselves out of this situation? Because we're in more than a little pickle here. We could catch these 3 guys in like a couple rounds of explosives. A plan which is not monumentally tragic. Massey Ferguson, I think we could come over here. Have you set up in like this general area and go for a cone attack? Hitting these guys could be relatively productive for us, as well as destroy a goodly amount of cover. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a plan that has merit. So we're going to bring the Massey Ferguson over here. We're just going to start things off with a Shred Storm cannon. It kills one of these codexes and makes another one that could easily be... Oh, wait a minute. No, this is a terrible plan. It's a terrible plan for a very specific reason. I keep forgetting we don't have Achy Breaky here. It would have to be up to Judy Juglick to get all reapery, and there's no guarantee Judy Juglick would actually be able to make the reap. This one will die. And then Judy could come back here and clean up the other 3. Can we hit more than just the 3 guys with this if we throw it? What else can we hit? Can we hit? No, that's... I mean, it's going to be basically these 2. You know what's fine. Let's just do it. We're going to be deploying like 55 Mimic Beacons at the end of the turn anyway. So if we fail to get a kill here, it's probably not the end of the world. If this guy clones... Okay, well, that's a decidedly bad location for her to have cloned herself into. It's going to be Mimic Beacons. We got to set up for the beacon. That's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to set up with the beacon in mind. This is the plan. Let's just stick to the plan. Alternatively, how many guys could we catch with a Frost Bomb here, Grandpa Juglick? 2. Like 2 maximum? 2 maximum. What if we go with a regular grenade? Can we get 3? We can catch them all with the regular grenade, destroy most of their cover, do some damage as well. Alright, I don't hate that plan. Grandpa Juglick does have salvo, but he already moved. Ma Juglick. You're going to be deploying a Mimic Beacon, and there's pretty much no other options for you. Wolfpack. If we were to grapple to, say, here, all we would accomplish is to spawn another pod, because there's definitely a pod of something on that roof. So that seems like a terrifically bad idea. And currently you are concealed, which is somewhat advantageous for us. If we bring Cousin Jedediah up here... Who's got my other Mimic beacon? Oh, you have my other Mimic beacon, too. Alright. I think maybe we're just going to go double grenade action, then. Because we're going to have both Mimic beacons this turn. So we've got to try and engineer this so that we can get multiple kills in a single roll. So if we go like this, that seems respectable. Cousin Jedediah is going to be our setup man here. Let's have him get things started. What are the odds if we go double grenade, though, that we could reap all of these guys? Let's say we get a little aggressive here and get another grenade out there. Judy Jugglet could go 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4 for the kill. She's almost guaranteed to spawn another pod, though. That's the drawback. It almost certainly gets us another pod. Do we have any kind of better plan, though? Really, no, we sort of don't. I mean, this is going to generate the most kills in the smallest amount of time. We also might potentially be able to engineer it so that Judy winds up in cover. One of those guys is next to a pole. 8 damage is going to be a tough ask, though. All right, Ma Jugglick, you're almost guaranteed going to be... You're going to be flinging the grapple. Or you're going to be throwing the Mimic Beacon. That just leaves us Judy Jugglich, Wolfpack, and Ma. I'd love to get a little bit more damage on that guy. Okay, Judy Jugglich, if you go for the melee swing here. 1, can you get to this guy with your first swing? Yes. You would definitely kill him as long as we hit him first. Now that is an intriguing proposition. You know what? Let's start this off. Judy Jugglich, activate the Reapening. Yeah, it's time. Let's begin. In fact, I would prefer for more than one quick slice. Let's go for like several. And you don't even have to make it quick, Judy Jugglich. You can take your time. Make it slow. Make it devastating. Make it deadly. Oh, that one's dead. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and spawn the pod that's on the roof over there. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. 3 sectoids and an Archon. Well, fantastic. This is exactly what we needed. Like 58,000 more guys. Just what I was hoping we would stumble across. On the plus side, they're all active, so they'll be shooting at XCOM now, and maybe they won't be shooting at the thing so much. In the meantime, it's time for Judy Jugglich to finish her in Reapening here, so come get this piece of shit. Done. Scoring 1 more for old JJ Jugglich there. All right, Judy, we got... No, there's more reaping to do. Don't think that the reaping is done. The reaping is by no means done, Judy Jugglich. There you go. Even more reaping. Fantastic. So we've got 1, 2, 3 down. You've got to be fucking shitting me! Sure, why not? 18 trillion fucking aliens on every map. When you just, if you move, you spawn infinite enemies now. This is what XCOM has become. We have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Hey, this is ridiculous. This is just ridiculously absurd. All right, Judy Jugglich. I mean, no, don't go slash the Archon. That's a fucking recipe for disaster right there. And please, camera, I hate it when... God damn son of a fucking... Motherfucking poor piece of shit game misclick bullshittery. Hate it so much. God, I get so angry. Well then, we're completely fucked. I hate the camera games that... We could have brought Judy Jugglich here, took a slash, and then just had her shoot this Codex. Now we can't do any of those things, or kill anyone, or deploy Mimic Beacons. We're completely dicked. Well, I guess there's no harm in grappling to the rooftop now, because, I mean, fuck it. What? Yes, that's exactly what I intended to do, was to grapple to the most useless place in the history of the... I fucking hate this game so much sometimes. I don't even know how we recover from this. This back-to-back misclicks has probably cost us the life of one and or more troopers. Because we're not even going to be able to throw mimic beacons where anyone can see them. So, yeah, we're all of the dick. Also, the fact that these codexes aren't dead means we're going to have no bullets next turn. This could not have gone worse if I had deliberately set it up to try and make it as bad as possible. The misclick issue is, I mean, I call it the misclick issue, and you know what? It really is a pretty goddamn significant fucking issue. Well, there goes all of our one-trick ponies on the one turn. On the plus side, we don't have to do anything to that guy. He's just gonna burn to death. He'll probably catch Judy Juglick on fire because, shit, what else could possibly go wrong here that would be worse? You're gonna shoot a Mimic Beacon. Or the Massey Ferguson. Honestly, I'd kind of prefer if he shot... Okay, sure. You shoot the... that's fine. Shoot the Mimic Beacon that is, you know, not the one that's saving Judy Juglick's life. And it's fine. Well, we're going to get at least one more freebie out of the Mimic Beacon thanks to the Serpent Suit. Here comes an Archon. I'm going to guess nobody's going to shoot. The one thing we got going, nobody's probably going to shoot at the device that we're supposed to fucking protect because there won't be anyone left alive to shoot at it. Everybody's going to be too busy shooting at XCOM. They won't have spare bullets. Sectoid. You have to shoot at the Mimic Beacon if you're going to shoot Sectoid. You do not have a choice. Okay, the Sectoid gets the world's most bullshit critical, because sure he does. Why the fuck not? So what have we got? 2 Advent and Archon and a... We got a little lucky there, but that was our untouchable hit, which I was sort of counting on to save us from other disaster. Well, this thing is dead. Okay, Judy Juglick, can you survive the storm? It's 2 regular... Oh, sorry, never mind. I was going to say 2 regular Advent, but it's actually not. It's like 17. That guy is the world's shittiest shot.
I'm pinned down here.
We got a little lucky there, and honestly, we really needed it. We're not going to get that lucky twice. That guy moved and marked Judy Juglick. By the way, that guy is on fire, so marking should be something he is not capable of doing. Gonna throw a grenade at me. Okay, well, I mean, we got out of that turn with only 4 damage. It feels like it could have gone... Oh, never mind. We're not done yet. Right. I don't even know what the hell you're doing. Shooting Ma Juglick for 4. Okay, so we got out of that turn with, you know, a meager 8 damage. Yeah, sure, Ma Juglick's on fire. That seems fucking fair. Well, just, why don't you... Hey, XCOM, here's an idea. While I'm down on the ground... suffering in pain from all of your stupid misclick retardedness that you already made me endure this turn, why don't you just fucking spit in my mouth too? Let's just go for the trifecta and just give me the mouth and spitting. I'm real salty. I'm real tired of this game right now. I really... Ever since they made the line of sight changes, I gotta say, I've been very dissatisfied. I don't know what it was they changed fundamentally, but it seems like the misclick thing is happening way more often. The interface is a little more twitchy, and some of the pod spawns and line of sight stuff that happens is just completely unintuitive and nonsensical. I'm real salty. I'm really going to wrap this one up while I go, you know, take some time off and think about my life a little bit. If you enjoyed my furious, copious levels of salt, you might consider dropping a like down in the comment section. Your support does mean a lot in this trying time of really, really buggy patch releases. Maybe there's a mod or something that just undoes it. I'm going to have to look into that. If you'd like to see whether I can find a mod that undoes whatever the shit they did to dick up the game, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, Perfidious Pete really needs a drink, maybe some corn liquor. I don't know. Grandpa, you got any? Well, Pete, you know, I always keep a hip flask on me, but all them bullets from shrapnel from the grenade done shattered my flask, so we're plumb out of liquor, Pete. You're straight up shit creek and no paddle in sight, pal. All right, then. Well, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.